Hi, creating this video, your CTO asked me to show you what I'm experiencing with your USB encoders. So what we're running is a mini PC. It's an HP Elite disk. I know you could probably barely see that in the video. It's a small desktop machine with a copy of Batocera, Batocera OS on it, which is basically a integrated front end and manages ROMs and all of that good stuff. And so it's updated to the latest version, and I'm going to show you what happens. So we're going to plug in controller 1. Neither one of these controllers are plugged in right now. We're going to plug in controller 1, and these controllers, these USB encoders have been updated to the latest firmware, but that was happening. The issues were happening even if the firmware wasn't updated. So there's one, and you'll see it says PS4. Open Community GP240-CE PS4 connected, right? So well, to prove that it's the left stick, it is the first player, right? This one's still not working. So if we were to go over here, the favorites, if I press down, it does nothing. If I press up, it goes down. So that's easily remedied, right? We go and we have to set the controller. So it's going in reverse. So if I'm pushing down, it goes up in the interface. So right now I'm going to set the controller. And what we're doing is this is the south button, the east button, the north button, the west button. Start, select, D-pad up, down, left, right. And then we're going to do left shoulder, right shoulder. We don't have any analog, so we're going to skip those. And you skip, you hold the button or hold any button. And what it does is it makes it as not defined. So now we're going to do a left trigger or right trigger. We don't have any stick presses, so we're going to skip those as well. And we're going to do our hotkey and we're going to click OK. So, excuse me, now that we've clicked OK, you'll see that everything works pretty good, right? And this is definitely still the first controller. Let me fix that. This is definitely still the first controller. Everything works good. Left, right, left, right. And this is just an interface. We haven't launched any games yet, because what happens is when you plug in the second controller, and there's one thing I should add, I've set this interface, this front end, to only respond to the first controller. So I'm going to plug in the second controller, and you're going to see it says open stick, PS4 connected, okay? And it's still moving around, even though it shouldn't be, but it's the same thing. You got an up and a down, they're inverted. So I'm going to set this controller to controller mapping. Now, if you remember, I said it shouldn't be moving this. So what's happened is that the moment you plug in that second controller, now all of a sudden this is player 1, and I'll show you. So I'm going to set this, and we're going to do south, east, west, north, start, select, D-pad up, down, left, right, left shoulder, right shoulder. We don't have any analog, so we're going to skip those. We'll do a left trigger, right trigger, no stick presses, so we're going to skip those. Hotkey, okay. So now, if I were to try to move this stick, you notice now all of a sudden it's not moving. It's not doing anything. Well, that's because, like I said a second ago, now this is first player. So if I were to click start here, go to system settings, takes a second, go down to front end developer options, and go down, it says control emulation station with first joystick only. That's the reason why this one is working, because it thinks for some reason that this is the first player now. Now if I were to flip this off, this one will start working. Notice it's not working. Hit that here, go there, go there, go there. Now it works. Magic. So this tells you that now it thinks that player 1 is actually player 2, and player 2 is now player 1. So to show you what happens when you play a game, it varies a lot of times. You start a game, sometimes the game understands that there are 2 controllers plugged in and everything should work. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the second controller goes haywire. So coins. So we'll hit player 2, right? Because, yeah, now we have 2. That's moving and working. That's moving and working. Sometimes, and you'll notice it's inverted now. So if I push down, it goes up. If I push up, it goes down. We just set the controls to do the opposite. Game starts. Buttons work. Buttons work. Okay, left, right, up, down. That's first player, but you'll notice I'm using the second controller. Left, right, up, down, but it's inverted. And there's your problem. And again, it's random. It will sometimes do this. Sometimes this controller doesn't, this joystick doesn't work at all. The buttons will work, but this won't work. And remember, I have both of them plugged in, and when we started the video, I only plugged in player 1 and it worked fine until I plugged in player 2, and then it went haywire. The same thing happens if you plug in player 2 and then plug in player 1 after the fact. The two USB encoders don't want to coexist for some reason. They get a little crazy. And I've tried it in Steam OS, I've tried it in Windows 11, I've tried it in Windows 10 with standard games, not ROMs, all of the above. It does it every single time. So I hope that's helpful. Please, somebody tell me what to do here.